What's the smallest base in Minecraft? That's been bothering me for quite a while now, and there's been quite a lot of videos as well of the smallest base in Minecraft, but that was mostly in Java edition, and it usually looked something a little like this. Now, with these bases, usually they would use the trapdoor, so then you can go into crawl mode, but that is only exclusive to Java edition, so we can't do that in Bedrock. We have to use the water. If I can get in. There we go. So basically, then it's just this area where you can crawl around in. So what about the smallest Bedrock base? Well, first of all, I enabled short sneaking in the settings menu, so then we can just go into 1.5 block spaces, which will make it even better, just like this. Then I added a little area like this, and you can reach all the blocks even if it's just 1 pixel. But no, it's not even that. It's even smaller. Yep, we're going into this type of size. Now, sadly, right now, at the minute, you cannot go into crouching mode using a trapdoor, as I previously said, at least unless I'm doing something wrong, but yeah, so that can't be working. So we need a different way. So I experimented a little bit, and I just did that. So now you just go through a half a block of space, like so. Now that the base is finished and we can get in and out, we need a bed. So I was thinking we were going to put it right here. I need to put the floor in. Alright now. Now I can plop down my bed, and it should be fine. We need to fix that. The bed is obstructed, which means we cannot respawn. So basically, we just have to move the bed, right? There we go. Should be fine. But it isn't. Alright. Eventually, I came up with this. As you can see, I go into bed, I come out of the bed. And with an interesting crawling animation to it as well. So now we can cross the bed off our list. And all these blocks to go. Right? And there we go. We placed all these blocks, and the blast furnace will be coming soon. Now we have these translucent kind of blocks. And boom, we are done. As you can see, the saw thing, there is like a half block gap where I will be putting the enchanting table. Right here. Yep, even all the books. This is what makes the base a bit weird in a way, that it's not quite as small as it could be. But if you really want the small space and full enchantments, then you're gonna have to do this. So what I'll be doing is that we can press the enchanting table right through the stone cutter, through the 5 pixel gap, yeah? And yeah.
A few moments later.
And done. The enchanting table is now accessible after I rearranged the stone cutter and grindstone a bit. But that isn't the only thing that has changed. I have added a new way to get in and out of the base, as well as this little window here. Basically, you can open the trapdoor, look out, do whatever. But to get out, you have to open these 2 trapdoors, step on the stair, and close it back up. And now we got the enchanting table done. We can check that off the list. And now, finally, the armor stand. Now the armor stand, I'm gonna have to do a bit of rearranging before I can access it inside my base. And plop the armor stand right down here. We can add the armor because of this gap right here, thanks to the stone grinder. And our base is looking pretty fresh. I mean, even in the sunset, it's quite camouflaged from above. You can sleep, get the cool animation over. There we go. Oh, it's just so smooth. And now, we've got these 3 things to add to our base. And the first thing that I did was food and supplies. So I got to work on a cooked chicken farm, and it turned out to be more complicated than I thought. And here's a 1-second time lapse. Now, I didn't actually end up making the farm because it was just too hard and I gave up. But I did come up with a better solution, and a more compact one to be exact. It's this one tile. Now all I have to do is get a fishing rod and fish, and there we go, you got infinite food. So I just did this little setup where you can fish right in this corner. And after a couple minutes, and there we go, infinite vegan friendly food. And we can eat fish all we want. Wait, can vegans eat fish? Well, anyways, that's not the question. So we can reach all our things. We got jukebox, we got furnace, we got our anvil, yep. We also have our brewing stand, obviously. We have our stone grinder. We have our ender chest, yeah. I forgot what it was called. We have our smithing table, our loom, and our geography table. Oh, cartography, sorry. But where is our crafting table? And why is there a piston under the bed? Well, that's where this button comes in. Because this is no ordinary button. I did some behind the scenes stuff, and as you can see, it switches some blocks. And there's our crafting table, as well as our blast furnace that I mentioned earlier, that would come into play. We can press it again, and now we got that block that I don't remember what it was called. And we got the loom again. So yeah, it's an infinite loop of all the blocks. And this is a short demo of what it looks like, all the redstone. And that is farming done. The next one is the nether. Now, this button's actually coming in clutch because we can do that little strange thing that I just did, press it again, and we can go down even further. The piston extends again, and that means we can also extend back up there if we need to. We have access to the portal right here. Let me just slide it. There we go. Now we can enter the nether, come out of the nether portal, and go back up. Once we come out, I'm going to summarize what I just said if you weren't even listening. We press the button again, the stair lowers, the piston extends. We can press the button again and walk backwards at the same time. We can either press the bed if it's nighttime to get out of this situation, or we can squeeze out if it's going to let me. There we go. And we're back to the main room. And that is the main tool. And that is the nether portal done. Next is the villagers now. For villagers, I used the button again, and it came in clutch. Once again, we can go down here just for the nether portal, but we can also see our villager trading hall, where I put the villagers in the most weirdest places, but they are still reachable to the player in survival. Now, I did even squeeze some villager behind this piston, and they're all in places where I cannot put blocks because of redstone wiring. This took a lot longer than I thought. And now I just broke some more stuff. I'm gonna have to fix that as well. And after I fixed everything, we finally got the villager trading off the list. And there we go. That definitely wasn't a waste of my time and didn't take over an hour. And after a whole day of working on the storage system, I finally got it working and put it in, and guess what? The button came with the storage system again. So if we press the button like so, now it's on the smithing table because it interfered with some redstone. But if I just go down as usual, like to get to a nether portal or villager trading hall, then I'm here. I can press it again. There we go. And now, I also closed up the villager trading hall right here because it kind of got in the way. Now, you can barely reach this third person behind there. Right now, it's, I might have to fix that actually later. But, yeah, that might be a problem. But anyways, here's the storage system. As you can see, there's the chests. You can open them because pistons aren't a full block. Also got trap chests underneath because then it'd be hard to distinguish if it's actually moving or not. We also have my pet axolotl over here. And yeah. Yeah, you won't really see the axolotl with the nether portal on. Don't mind that piston right there either. But anyways, how do you activate the conveyor? Yes, it's another conveyor. So there's a button right there. It pushes the chests. See, you can see the new trap chests now. So we can see the difference. Got some more trap chests. Press it again. It's a bit tight. And we got normal chests. So yeah. But that's not all. I also added this little minecart here. If you had a keen eye, you might have spotted it. Now, it does wriggle when I press the button, which means there's an activator rail underneath. Well done. You passed the test. Here's some fresh air. Now, when you go into the minecart, you'll fall through here after jumping out because of the activator rail and the piston retracts. So then you fall down and, well, let me demonstrate it. Oh no, someone's chasing me into my base. What am I going to do? Luckily, I've set up this escape plan. Let me ride in my minecart and press the storage button. Oh, I think I can hear them coming down. Let me press this to escape. Now I can go down and boing on this slime block. And yo, we escaped the person. Whoa. So yeah, that's all to my little base. And we got the storage system working. I don't think you heard me over that bell. So we got all these things working now. We got the storage system. We got the extra escape. And yeah, we got the farming, we got the nether portal, we got the villager trading hall. We also got loads of these blocks right over here. And also over here we got 2 of the conveyor belts. We got the farm, not that chicken farm. And yeah, that's basically all of the video. It's really compact. I can explain how all these things work, but you're not going to be staying around for that long. So maybe if this gets enough views and maybe, I don't know, 10 likes, I'll build this in survival and see how it goes. But yep, that's the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you found this interesting. Bye.